I'll give you a call back a bit later. I'm just filming the weekly show. Welcome back to the GCN Show. Coming up this week, the 2015 Tour de France route is officially unveiled, plus we've got a new attempt on the world hour record.
And as usual, we've got tweet, club, caption and comment of the week.
And transfer news, retro tech of the week and a cyclocross update. I'm over here, guys. I'm over here. Hi.
Last week, Tour de France organisers ASO officially unveiled the route for the 2015 edition, and a lot of the rumours which we talked about in last week's show were proved to be right. There are more cobbles on stage 4, 7 sectors to be precise, and there will be finishes up both the Mur de Huy and the Mur de Bretagne.
Who did win last time, the race at Mur de Bretagne? I can't remember. Anyway, so the battle for the GC really kicks off after the first rest day. Some of the most famous climbs in the Alps and the Pyrenees feature heavily. The Espagne, the Galibier, the Tourmalet and Alpe d'Huez are all in, and we expect the final podium to be dominated by the pure climbers.
Yeah, especially because there are so few time trial kilometres. There is a team time trial, but the only individual one comes on the very first stage. At just 14 kilometres, it's not going to offer time trial specialists much of an advantage. Along with unveiling the route for 2015, ASO also announced some key rule changes. The first is with bonus seconds. Now they're going to be in the race for the first time since 2008. 10, 6 and 4 seconds available for the first 3 riders across the line, but only for the road stages up to stage 9, at which point the real mountains begin.
And the second is the Green Points Jersey competition, which has also had a bit of a reshuffle. The winner of each stage will get more points, and the gap to second place will be bigger than in previous years, although again this is still only up to stage 9. Now the last 3 years Peter Sagan has dominated this competition, so presumably this is just a way of giving other riders a bit of a chance to compete. Our friends over at Velo News have done a great in-depth analysis of these new rule changes, and the link to that article is in the description below this video. Now, as well as a new point and bonus structure, there's also a new jersey for this year's Tour de France, complete with a line drawing of the Arc de Triomphe.
Is that what that bit is at the... Oh, is that the archway?
Yeah, what did you think it was?
No, yeah, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
When was the Arc de Triomphe erected?
1806, although it was actually only opened in 1836.
Okay.
It's quite a big archway, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge on that jersey.
They started erecting it in 1806. I can't do any more.
The confusion around next year's 2 Lotto teams in the World Tour has slightly lessened this week. Now, Lotto Soudal was Lotto Belisol this year, and Belkin is now Lotto NL. But fortunately, they now have a supermarket chain on board called Jumbo, so they're going to be called Lotto Jumbo. So Lotto Soudal and Lotto Jumbo. I must admit, I do like the name Lotto Jumbo. It reminds me of a cartoon character, The Adventures of Lotto Jumbo.
Hot. That was a really weird hot.
Oh, that's going to be in every week from now on. You just know it, don't you?
Hot on the heels. Okay. Hot on the heels of Jens Vogt setting a marker for the world hour record, a new attempt has been announced for this coming Thursday, the 30th of October, but it's perhaps not from the riders that you might have expected. Step forward, Matthias Brendle, 24-year-old current Austrian time trial champion who will have to cover more than 51.115 kilometres if he wants his name to go into the record books.
Now, judging by his previous time trial performances, it looks like he should, on paper, break the record, but he's chosen to do it on a short 200-metre track, which is only going to make the attempt that much harder, mainly because he's going to be cornering for a significantly longer period of time.
But he'll definitely be watching our How to Corner Like a Pro video on the run-up to it. So.
Absolutely. And also how to avoid saddle sores like a pro, because that's going to chafe.
We haven't done How to Do an Hour record yet, have we?
No, not yet.
According to Kaylee Fretz of Velo News, the UCI are currently considering changing their 6.8 kilogram minimum weight rule for bicycles. That rule was put in place back in 1997 in order to prevent riders taking unnecessary risks to try and save weight. However, in 2014 it seems completely antiquated, with pretty much every team having to add weight to their bikes in order to meet those requirements.
I wonder what was happening in the world of tech, Dan, 20 years ago.
I don't know, Simon. If only we had somebody that was a little bit older than us to talk about what was happening back then.
Experiencing the tech firsthand 20 years ago.
Power pedals, the pedals that make you a winner. Now I've searched deep into my cycling cave and come across these quite amazing bits of retro tech that claim 15 years ago to, and I quote, "Congratulations, you've now got power pedals, the greatest innovation in biking to become a faster rider since the introduction of gears more than 60 years ago." Well, the fact is I actually rode these pedals back in 1999 for an entire season, and they do kind of work. The principle is that they harness the power of the muscles on the upstroke rather than just the downstroke. The Norwegian designers claim that most riders only apply power to 70 degrees of the pedal stroke on the downstroke, and that these pedals harness the remaining 290 degrees, thus increasing your power. And to do this, they only rotate one way, like riding a fixed wheel. The pedals and plates weigh in at not an overly feathery 742 grams, but the weight was outweighed apparently by the power that was gained. Si, how did you find them? Apparently Bjarne Riise used these.
I said that was what his secret was. Well, to be fair, the fact that the UCI banned it means there's probably something in it. So yeah, fair enough. I think it's quite cool.
I can't wait for the next instalment of Retro Tech with Stelvio. On to our Strava club now, and many of you will have noticed that we had some fun of our own on Strava last week. Yes, I broke the record up the Col de la Madone, but unfortunately the ride got flagged because it only turned out that my bike had been charging.
Someone flagged it? Oh no, someone
Yeah,
flagged it.
but on the other hand, we didn't put Si's time on the video, but it was very respectable indeed. 38 minutes and 46 seconds. It put him into 22nd place on the leaderboard, just in front of current Team Sky Pro Joe Dombrowski.
I stopped to take a selfie halfway up.
Actually, Si, you benefited, didn't you, for my ride being flagged? Because you're 21st on the leaderboard now.
Yeah.
Did you? Was it you that flagged my ride?
Elsewhere on GCN Strava Club, Jarkko Hikaranta racked up an impressive 1,384 kilometres, topping the distance travelled leaderboard again.
Sam Nicklin did 999 kilometres in an hour, which didn't fool us.
Nope, I'm going to flag that one as well then.
Nice one, Si. Yeah, so the longest single ride goes to S. Lamond, who did 604.2 kilometres in an epic ride in southern Japan.
And finally, it was Mark MTB Biker who racked up some serious climbing in the mountains of Cyprus, doing 22,880 metres.
What's MTB short for?
Mountain bike.
So it's Mark Mountain Bike Biker.
It sure is.
Last week I went for a 2-hour cross ride in Richmond Park in London, and for the very first time rode through sand, which was a bit like riding through sand. Now this week I'm looking forward to filming some more cyclocross videos when some serious mud comes into the mix.
Caption competition now, and last week's winner is Dean Adams with this gem. Fucking hell, bring out the inflatable musettes.
This week we've got a sprint finish amongst the GCN presenters. Matt, do you want to get it started?
Hello, hello!
To enter, just put your caption in the comments section down below.
In transfer news this week, Chloe Hosking is the latest rider to move across to Wiggle Honda, and Ellie Viviani moves across from the now defunct Cannondale team to Team Sky. Now, transfer news has quietened down a little bit over the last few weeks, with many teams for 2015 already stating that their rosters are full. But there are a few significant riders still without a deal for 2015. They include Chris Horner, Sammy Sanchez, Jack Bobridge and Alessandro Petacchi, but he is rumoured to be moving to the controversial Italian team Nero Sotoli.
This week's Club of the Week was sent in by Leo KB. The Liberty Cycle in Basking Ridge in New Jersey in the US. The club has a great atmosphere, and even though I only started last year, I know most of the 150 members' names. Also, the owner of the club is always helping out our junior team, which both his son and daughter are on. For example, he gave most of the team Colnago CLX 3.0s, and when I joined, he gave me a Colnago C50 as my first road bike. Thank you, Leo. No, thank you, Leo.
I suspect Liberty Cycles are probably going to be fairly oversubscribed after that little admission about the C50. Comment of the week comes from Down Under Dude 2009. He said, "Can someone tell Matt to put his hands in his pockets when he speaks? It's very distracting and it reminds me of the deaf translation at the Mandela funeral." Matt, anything to say for yourself?
I really don't know what you're talking about, to be honest. Coming up on the channel, And if you watch all of GCN's videos this week, you'll definitely become a more accomplished cyclist. On Monday, how to ghetto tubeless. On Tuesday, the GCN Show.
On Wednesday, we've got our latest how-to cyclocross. Get on and off your bike with Matt. And on Thursday, we're going to give you our top 10 descending tips.
On Friday, we've done a very scientific test on pedalling styles. And on Saturday, Dan tells us how to be a boss in his rider stories. And don't forget as well, obviously, on Sunday, we've got Off the Bag and In the Vaults, where we pull up some absolute gems that you may have missed on GCN.
Tweet of the week this time comes from Igor Galdiano with his take on the Lasset de Montvernier climb, which features in the 2015 Tour de France.
We'll leave you with Extreme Corner. One of our filmmakers, Tom, was on holiday the other week, so he decided to make a film about bikes.
This time, though, he got to work with actual professionals rather than rank amateurs. He filmed the first ever 360 quad bar spin on a mountain bike to dirt. Did I say that right?
Good.
Yeah, we should wear vests when we ride.
Yeah,
cool.
Should do actually. We'd look bloody good. What we should also do is one of those like bundle things that they did then to sort of celebrate nailing something.
By the end of the show.
Actually, that is the end of the show.
Which
and
we bossed.
We nailed that, yeah.
Bundle!
Yay!
As we've done over 1,000 videos on GCN, remember to keep sharing them out amongst your friends. Spread the GCN love.
And make sure that you like the videos if you like them. So like this weekly show if you liked it.
To follow GCN, click on me.